The CEO of a billion-dollar business is in damage control after his affair with a colleague was exposed.
But the bigger thing people aren't talking about is how a CEO of a company should never be dating the head of HR.
Chief People Officer Kristen Cabot, C-A-B-O-T. The problem here is that Andy Byron is married to someone other than Kristen Cabot.
I would pay to be a fly on the wall in the office.
This is pretty viral stuff. Or do we have to get HR involved? I mean, I know that HR was involved.
So who handles it when HR is part of the problem?
Come on, use your brain. How are you a CEO and not using your brain?
The way that this man embarrassed his wife so publicly, he should be ashamed and put in jail, and put this other one in jail too.
A CEO has been sacrificed, which officially marks the beginning of summer.
And right down here is the Chief People Officer.
Who, again, the irony of her being head of HR, and he has 2 children.
I think cheating is an abomination, okay? And this man has a wife, he has children, these kids are gonna have to watch and see this. They don't look, I would be devastated if I was his wife.
But there is a thing, society loves to be mad at cheaters. Like, remember Scandival, the Vanderpump Rules saga? It was like the biggest story of 2023. The president of the United States at the time weighed in on it because people love to be mad when people are caught cheating. We just relate to it. It's just something that like brings society together. And finally, I do think that it involves a CEO and HR professional. Like, the definition of her job is to be like, by the way, don't do workplace romance. Like, that's one of her top things she's charged with. And he should be the main person knowing better.
I feel like this isn't a good way, and if you're gonna get caught cheating, it shouldn't be like this.
Well, maybe he should have thought of that before he was cheating.
Don't cheat on your wife. That makes you a scumbag. Let's just start there. Full stop.
You're gonna blame Chris Martin for what you did? You're gonna place blame on Coldplay for your infidelity and transgressions with a higher up at your company of which you are the CEO? Child, please.
And there's also been this whole debate online about whether it was right for these individuals to be, exposed and to have, their names released and all of that. And it's like, what did you think was gonna happen? Like, you went in public. It's not like you were inside your home having this affair and somebody was like outside from social media being like, what are they doing in here? Like, you were in publicly like kissing and hugging. You were at a public place where maybe you were going to be on camera. Like, that is just a risk. You might think that it's private because it's a dark concert, but often there are these cameras. There is social media everywhere. If you are somebody that is on X, on TikTok specifically, you should know, like, whether it's a good thing or not, everybody's filming all the time.
Eagle-eyed observers online noted his wife has already changed her Facebook profile, removing her married name.
His wife has now deactivated her account. The wife later dropped her married name on her Facebook account.
Sleep your way to the top with your boss to get all your friends promoted and get you a nice fancy job title, then do not go to a Coldplay concert with him. Actually, you gotta be okay with going to an Applebee's. You gotta be okay with all your dates being at the Waffle House. So why are you at a high-profile concert with the man that you're having an affair with, who's the CEO of your company?
Your side lovers only at Coldplay.
This requires, to me, not 1, but 2 resignations.
She cheated with one CEO with another CEO. Now, I ain't saying she a gold digger, but she ain't messing with no broke.
This is more than just an affair. This is something that has been building for years. You have to think about it. The corruption of this, the head of $1 billion company, has the HR department in his back pocket.
In all seriousness, who handles the HR violation when your CEO cheats with the head of HR and the other person at the Coldplay concert with them is also HR and already knew about the affair and apparently, according to the internet, just got promoted? Did she get promoted because she knew about the affair and kept it quiet? Who can say? But either way, there's so many HR violations in that Coldplay video. And I desperately want to know how this is going to be handled from an internal basis, given that HR were involved in the scandal. Like, HR are usually the people to sort out the scandal and protect the company. And yet they are part of why there is a huge liability for the company right now, because this is so public. We'd never heard of Astronomer as a company. And now we're crazily familiar. And I can't even imagine the board meetings that they're having right now in trying to figure it out, because the level of crisis of this, the fact that there's like tens of millions of views on that one video alone, and that's not even including the way that it spread like wildfire across the entire internet.
The 52-year-old was seen for the first time since the scandal. The Daily Mail exclusive with the photo of her, wedding ring off, watering plants outside her $2.2 million New Hampshire home.
But apparently, this couple will not be fans of Coldplay for long.
They're both married, not for long.
So Coldplay hasn't made a single in years, and now they just made 2 last night.
Play stupid games, win stupid prizes.
What's going on with Kristen? What's going on with Kristen? Well, we finally do have an update.
The moment we have all been waiting for.
Welcome back to Tea Time with Tina. So a 15-second clip just destroyed 2 careers, shattered a marriage, and flipped a billion-dollar company upside down. But here's what the viral Coldplay Kiss Cam didn't show you. The woman just off to the left, laughing, smiling, watching the chaos unfold like it was the season finale of a show she helped write. Her name was reported as Alyssa, but that turned out to be the wrong name, and we're not buying the fake reports. So we're just gonna call her Kristen Cabot's Bestie. And Bestie might have just pulled off the most savage corporate takedown of the decade.
Andy Byron's affair wasn't an accident. It was revenge. The girl's expression gave it all away. The key person in all of this was the girl next to them, smiling happily.
She was right next to Kristen Cabot wearing that knowing smirk. What most people don't realize is this whole public cheating reveal was a revenge plan staged by her and Andy Byron's wife, Megan.
For 5 years, Bestie worked in silence. No flashy title, no reserved parking, just a junior HR assistant trapped in cubicle purgatory, while Kristen Cabot glided through Astronomer HQ like Regina George with a clipboard. While Bestie was managing onboarding forms and moderating wellness Slack channels, Kristen was busy getting upgraded to executive leadership status with a side of backdoor benefits. And Andy Byron? Oh, he was the puppet master with a god complex. The same CEO who spoke at conferences about ethical disruption while allegedly using his expense account to book luxury hotel rooms for Kristen under team morale retreats. Bestie had seen it all, and she didn't complain. She documented, quietly, precisely, because she wasn't just angry, she was building a case.
So I'm in HR, and I'll tell you exactly what's happened with the CEO of Astronomer and the head of people, that they're having an affair, and it's been found out. First off, she's already been scrubbed off the company website. But this is part of probably a very big investigation that is happening right now.
Kristen Cabot was promoted so fast it looked like a glitch in the Matrix. From coordinator to director in months. No major certifications. No crisis management experience. Just lots of FaceTime with the CEO. And we're not talking Zoom if you catch my drift. Sources inside the company say the affair started after a company retreat at a resort sometime shortly after she was hired. After hours cocktails, long walks on strategy breaks, and when they came back, Kristen was suddenly in every exec meeting, getting her travel approved without question.
Like, they have a PR crisis team just figuring out, all right, what do we say? What do we do? And, you know, obviously, there's going to be heads that are probably going to roll right now. They're going to find out who knew, what was said. Were they doing this during company time?
Bestie, meanwhile, was left watching her own career stall out, but instead of confronting it, she went forensic. Flight overlaps? Check. Hotel upgrades? Tracked. Reimbursement logs marked internal training that looked a lot like romantic getaways? Screenshot, screenshot, screenshot. Now that brings us to Coldplay. Gillette Stadium, 65,000 fans, and smack in the middle of section 142, Kristen and Andy, cozying up like a couple on The Bachelor. But 3 seats away, seated just left of frame, was Bestie. And according to insider theories, she'd planned it down to the seat number.
The expression on the girl next to him gave everything away. She was Andy's employee, who had been fed up with him for a long time. She agreed to help Megan. When she saw them embrace, she signaled for the camera to focus and expose everything at the right moment.
She allegedly researched the venue layout weeks in advance, purchased a high-visibility seat in a zone known to land on the Kiss Cam, and timed it with Kristen and Andy's known travel plans. When the camera zoomed in, Kristen flinched, Andy shrank, Bestie smiled. The smirk seen round the corporate world, that wasn't just karma. That was engineered, and it wasn't even the main event. Bestie clipped the footage within hours. No caption, no watermark, just 15 seconds of raw panic recorded directly from the venue's stream and uploaded from a burner email routed through public Wi-Fi. The clip hit Reddit first, then Instagram, and finally got picked up by a mid-tier tech gossip blog. Within 24 hours, it had exploded.
A cheating couple on the Jumbotron
at the Coldplay concert. Holy sh!
We're going to continue to expand globally. We're going to
Andy Byron, CEO of a billion-dollar AI company, and Kristen Cabot, his head of human resources, were seen shrinking in panic at the concert.
It would appear the future of his marriage doesn't look as exciting.
Here's the twist. Kristen had officially listed herself as remote that day. The timestamp said otherwise, meaning she either forgot to file a travel form or lied on internal documents. Both are bad. One is potentially fireable, and this is where it spiraled. Astronomer's board panicked. Investors started dialing. An emergency HR investigation was launched, led poetically by Bestie herself. Kristen was called in for a debrief, walked into the room, and saw the woman she once called her work sister, sitting there with a notepad and a folder thicker than Andy's ego. Within 48 hours, Kristen was placed on leave.
A company rep tells the outlet, "I can confirm that Kristen Cabot is no longer with Astronomer. She has resigned."
Andy, meanwhile, tried to downplay the clip as an out-of-context misunderstanding, but no one was buying it. His LinkedIn was scrubbed, his company bio gone, and then the bombshell dropped. An anonymous submission landed in a journalist's inbox. Not just gossip, a full dossier. Emails, travel receipts, reimbursement records, calendar syncs. It outlined Kristen and Andy's alleged affair like a Netflix docuseries. One tech journalist described it as a scandal wrapped in receipts. Kristen's husband reportedly moved out days after. Andy's keynote speeches were pulled from 3 upcoming conferences. His mentorship at a major startup accelerator was quietly dropped. Andy even tried to find the whistleblower, but the original video upload, it came from Grace Springer, just a fan that was at the concert that night. All Bestie had to do was make sure they were there for the Kiss Cam.
Either they're having an affair or they're just very shy.
The woman who shot that now infamous Coldplay Kiss Cam that caught 2 executives apparently cheating is speaking out to Inside Edition. 28-year-old Grace Springer was at the concert at the Gillette Stadium in Boston and captured the moment that has now been viewed 53 million times.
I could have never guessed that it would be such high-profile individuals in the video. I do feel sorry for their partners and spouses that they had to find out this way.
This wasn't revenge. This was a career plan. Weeks before the concert, Bestie had applied to transfer into Astronomer's compliance division. After the scandal broke, she didn't just inherit Kristen's job, she got promoted to interim director of people and culture. New title, new office, new salary. And she wasn't just sitting pretty, she was cleaning house. She launched an internal audit into every promotion and raise granted under Andy's leadership. Multiple execs were flagged for preferential treatment. HR policies got rewritten. Bestie turned from bystander to boss, and she never said a word publicly, just silence. Cold, strategic silence. Kristen has disappeared from public life. Her divorce is in motion, with sources confirming her husband is seeking full custody. Andy is buried in NDAs and backdoor negotiations for a severance package he can't even brag about.
The Astronomer CEO, Andy Byron, has officially resigned after the Coldplay concert incident. Yesterday, Astronomer released a statement saying they're going to launch a full investigation into this incident. And today, they released a statement saying that Andy has resigned himself. As stated previously, Astronomer is committed to the values and culture that have guided us since our founding. Our leaders are expected to set the standard in both conduct and accountability, and recently that standard was not met. Andy Byron has tendered his resignation, and the board of directors has accepted. The board will begin a search for our new chief executive, as co-founder and chief product officer Pete DeJoy continues to serve as interim CEO. Before this week, we were known as a pioneer in the data ops space, helping data teams power everything from modern analytics to production AI. While awareness of our company may have changed overnight, our product and our work for customers have not. We're continuing to do what we do best, helping our customers with the toughest data and AI problems. And there you have it. Seems like the CEO prophecy has been fulfilled.
And Astronomer? The company is in a full-blown PR nightmare. Anonymous Glassdoor reviews accuse execs of running a frat house in blazers. Shareholders are threatening legal action. Morale has tanked. But Bestie? She's thriving. Quiet, untouched, respected. She's the woman who laughed just off camera and then burned the entire house down, one policy violation at a time. So, was this all just dumb luck? A random camera angle and a coincidental seat assignment? Or did Bestie plan every detail? From the burner email to the perfect smirk caught on camera. This wasn't a scandal. It was a strategy, a masterclass in patience, precision, and poetic justice. Kristen and Andy thought they were the main characters. Turns out they were just the setup. And Bestie? She was the twist ending. Kristen's vanished. Andy's reputation is radioactive. Astronomer is in shambles. And the woman they all ignored? She's in charge now, with no interviews, no apologies, and no reason to stop. Never underestimate the quiet girl in the corner. She's not just watching. She's waiting. And when the moment comes, she doesn't clap back. She cancels careers. Now it's your turn. Was this the most savage, slow burn revenge in corporate history, or a tactical masterclass in workplace justice? Did Bestie go full villain, or was she the hero Astronomer never deserved? Was Kristen just a pawn in Andy's game, or was she playing just as dirty? And more importantly, would you have done the same if you had the receipts? We want to know what you think. Was this karma, chaos, or calculated genius? Drop your take in the comments below. Every angle, every hot take, no holding back. Start the debate. We're watching. And while you're here, make sure to like, subscribe, and turn on notifications. Because this isn't just a scandal, it's a series. And trust us, the next chapter is coming fast. Thanks for watching. And if you enjoyed my content, feel free to check out some of my other videos on the top of the screen. Until next time, stay tuned, stay safe, and stay informed. Only on Tea Time with Tina.